Hey Eagles! Welcome to show 251 of EaglEye. My name is Mari.
And I'm Em. Thank you for joining us today.
Every year we get a chance to see some new faces and meet new people.
Speaking of new people, AVHS has welcomed some new teachers into the building.
Let's meet some of our new Eagle teachers.
Even though we are halfway through the trimester, it's still a new school year for some students and staff. Apple Valley has welcomed several new teachers this year, each bringing their own ideas and enthusiasm to the classroom. We talked to 3 teachers. Let's hear more about them.
I am a social studies teacher here at Apple Valley High School. I'm teaching mostly World History 11 and one section of 9th grade World History.
So I have been teaching in the school district since 2001. I teach English learners and social studies.
I am an English teacher and interventionist. So I teach English 10, English 11, and I also work with students in those classes who need a little extra support.
So prior to this, I taught in Cape Town, South Africa, and I loved that. And before that, I lived in Yangon, Myanmar. So it's really impossible to choose. I love them all for very different reasons.
I love teaching, and I love teaching multilingual learners from all around the globe. I learn something new every day about places. I had the opportunity to come back to Apple Valley High School this year. I've taught here before, but that was about 16 years ago. So we have like former students who are all grown up and have kids of their own, and they still want to send their kids to Apple Valley High School, and they're still connected. So it was really fun to see that.
I'm really, honestly, in terms of first impressions, I am so impressed with the students here. They are very motivated to do really well. Also, the staff has just been really welcoming and helpful.
If kids are curious, then I find that to be like a job well done on my part. So.
We are excited for all our new AVHS staff this year and excited to learn from them. This is Rayon, reporting for EaglEye.
It was great getting the chance to learn more about our new teachers.
There have been many changes this year, some for the better, like our staff.
Others would argue that things have changed for the worse. Take our new bell, for instance.
I know, right? It sounds like my ear can't stop ringing.
The new bell has definitely been controversial. Here's the story, check it out.
Here at EaglEye, we got some information on the new bell. Let's hear all about it.
Well, we had to replace our system. We are working on rewiring a lot of things within the building. We have what I would call a new tone. I'm not sure it's a new bell, but it's a new tone. You know, it's just a matter of the building getting a little bit older. Oh yeah, we've gotten a lot of feedback about the new bell. It's just a little bit different.
I think if it was maybe louder, it would help. And if it was actually like a more of a bell sound versus a tone, it would make a difference for the students.
I feel like it's way too quiet, and I feel like I've missed the bell a few times, and I can't hear the warning bell in the hallways.
I feel like the kids are having to be told like, hey, that was the bell, go to class, because they can't really hear it.
So the new bell is generated by our paging system. It is a 500 hertz sine wave, so it's like right around a B or a B natural if you're on a piano. The old bell was generated by our clock system. It was a 525 hertz sine wave, so just a little bit more sharp than that if you're a music person. They're almost exactly the same in terms of the pitch of the bell.
I would say I missed the old bell just because it actually made me get to class faster.
What can we do about this? Can we just change the sound of the bell?
Yep, I have heard that some people find the new bell to be annoying and that they don't like it. And that's good feedback for us to have. There's also not a ton that I can do to change it at this point.
They've actually done it across the district at all the high schools. We really don't get a lot of say as to what it is or what we're doing. The company showed up and said, we're here, and here's what you have now. There are some creative things that Mr. Blacksheim and I are working to try to learn, to maybe incorporate some music, a little bit of different tones, things like that.
The bell is part of a new, updated system. There's not much the school can do to change it. But I guess we just gotta get used to it. Reporting for EaglEye, this is Aaron.
Outside of new things at AVHS, the Eagle community is rooted in tradition.
One of our largest traditions is our homecoming game, dance, and spirit week.
We took an opportunity to talk with staff members who attended AVHS.
Additionally, we took a glimpse into the past and dug into AVHS former homecoming traditions and got you guys the inside scoop.
Here's Eileen with the story.
Homecoming. It's one of the most exciting times of the year. But have you ever wondered how these traditions started? From the parade to the big game, let's take a look back at the history of our homecoming celebrations.
It's important for the student council to choose the theme because like they have the ideas that really get at the pulse of the student body. And so their ideas, you know, are much better than mine because generationally we're different.
I was in student council when I was in high school, and I think I just really enjoyed the process of helping set everything up and knowing that what I was doing was contributing to like some positive school spirit.
My favorite homecoming theme was about 15 years ago. We did a casino sort of theme, and they were able to like finagle some blackjack dealers, blackjack tables. We had some really cool prizes.
When I was here as an AVHS student, we did more like seasonal themes, so I think my favorite was probably fall fantasy.
I think my junior year was like Paris, like a night in Paris. And then I think my senior year was like a Hollywood theme.
So one of my favorite things that we can't do anymore, unfortunately, is after the homecoming games, we would have a big bonfire. That was really, really fun.
My favorite part about homecoming and just the process of it is when they have a great idea and it comes to fruition.
I still think there's a lot of the same fun things that you get to do. The Pep Fest is still the same, and it's still a highlight of homecoming week. And there's still always the football game and the dance, and there's spirit days. We used to do spirit dress-up days too. So those were all fun things that we did then, and that I think and I hope are still very fun to do now.
Whether it's cheering at the game or dancing the night away, homecoming is all about school spirit and tradition. No matter how things change, the pride will always stay the same. This is Eileen, signing off on EaglEye.
Wow, what an amazing story and an amazing homecoming.
That was by far my favorite. The Tingle theme was amazing. We certainly had nothing to do with the design and decorations at all.
AVHS has its share of established traditions, but every once in a while, something different and exciting happens.
This year, AVHS had something move into the football stadium, and it's not paying rent.
This resident is an Osprey, and it's due for an eviction notice. Here's Ashley with the story.
Over the summer, the home of the Eagles was infiltrated by another bird of prey, a family at Osprey.
We began to notice the Osprey nest earlier this spring, and over time this nest just started to grow and we all started paying attention to it. And you know, that's when the story began.
It's actually really distracting. It flies over and we all stop practicing just to look at it.
Learning about the osprey and how they're a protected bird and not being able to move them and just the entire process has been a learning experience.
Osprey are protected by the state and federal law, making it illegal to harm them or remove their nest. So events scheduled in the stadium have had to be moved to not hurt or disturb them.
In athletics, you're scheduling usually a year out, have to move around and try to find venues that are available to play.
We've had to move some stuff, soccer and football. We do what we can to make sure that our students still have the opportunity to play. Football has been a little more challenging. Our first game we had to move to a Saturday, and then our last two home games have been played actually at Rosemont High School.
I don't like it. I hate that we had to play a morning Saturday game. We haven't really been talking about it, just been focused on playing and winning.
It was a little weird, you know, being on the Rosemont field, but we tried bringing the band. We were making it work and we're learning how to adapt.
It's been hard, but I'll say the students and coaches have really responded with positivity and continue to practice hard and prepare for games, whether it's at home or away.
I still like the Rosemont field, so hasn't been much of a different experience. The field's pretty much the same. The fans come out to support.
Community's been great too. You know, even though we're not playing at Apple Valley, we've tried our best to make it feel like a home game when we're off site.
Another thing we learned about Osprey is that apparently they return to their nesting site every year. So is this going to be a problem next year too?
We're also working with the district to create a platform for the birds at an alternative site where we'll be able to remove their nest at the new location, which will allow us to continue to have our varsity athletics in the stadium.
So a solution is in the works, and while it's been fun to have the cousins come stay for a while, it's time for them to move on. This is, after all, the home of the Eagles. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Diana.
Wow, what an interesting story. Sounds like it's time for the Osprey to leave the nest.
We are home of the Eagles, and this next story focuses on one of ours.
Greta Marcotte is an incredible athlete who has broken many AVHS records in the pool.
However, she is also an amazing person.
Although she is a senior, we're not ready for her to leave the nest yet. Here's Mia with the story.
Apple Valley High School is a community full of incredible people and talented athletes, like Greta Marcotte. This story highlights one of ours.
I can't think of a time I haven't been proud of her, but one time this year that I've really seen is she's chasing after a lot of records.
I've broken 8, the 100 fly my freshman year. I have 350 free records, one at Farmington, the pool record, as well as one at Burnsville and Apple Valley. And I just got the 100 back record at Apple Valley. And then I have 2 section records at Two Rivers, and that's in the 100 free and 50 free.
Greta leads by example. She shows up to practice, she works hard all the time. All of her teammates notice this about her. She's really good at having these reach goals, like certain times or certain places she wants to get at state or certain records.
She'll go, she'll ask about something, she'll take any work that we're talking about, what can I do to improve? She takes that and then she goes and she improves.
I think Greta's biggest improvement has been in her own confidence of herself. She has become such an accomplished athlete and just been so confident about what she's capable of doing and the leader that she is on the pool deck.
It's been really fun watching her grow from that first year to this year, just being competitive all the time.
She's not afraid to try, put everything and leave it out there in the pool, and if she doesn't get it, she can bounce back.
It is clear that Greta has left a legacy at Apple Valley High School. We, EaglEye, wish her the best luck at sections. This is Mia Holmstrom signing out.
Sounds like Greta is making a difference both inside and outside of the pool.
We are so lucky to go to a school that is filled with many difference makers.
I agree, and some who have the greatest impact also do a lot of work behind the scenes.
Take our administrative staff, for instance. Much of the work they do goes unrecognized.
Well, let's take a moment to recognize and appreciate one of our biggest difference makers, Mr. Tinder.
We all know Mr. Tinder as a longtime administrator. He plays an important part of the school for both teachers and students. Let's hear from his colleagues about how they feel about him.
Mr. Tinder goes above and beyond in his job responsibilities by dealing with a lot of ridiculous things, and yet he is calm, cool, and collected all the time.
He's very kind, he's super helpful, and he cares for people. He really does. For me, what surprises me, because Mr. Tinder is so tender, right? He's so nice. But there's times where I have been surprised where he's just all of a sudden gets loud because something has happened and he needs to stop or go to the rescue of somebody.
Mr. Tinder and I go way back. He was actually my teacher freshman year when I was a student here at Apple Valley. So that's the 95-96 school year. He was my teacher back then. Maybe his taste in music might surprise folks. I think he has lots of eclectic musical taste. You'll have to ask him about that someday. Yeah, just a great person, a great addition to the building for sure.
He is kind, he is compassionate, and he is committed to this place. I also just refer to Mr. Tinder as he's like Gandhi. I know Mr. Tinder is known to people here at AVHS, but he does exist outside of this school, and he is an incredible dad, and he's also a super proud grandpa, and I don't think people always associate those parts of who he is.
Mr. Tinder is just really authentic. That's what I love about him so much.
These were some great words from fellow teachers and administrators highlighting all the great things about our beloved Tinder. This is Kaylee from EaglEye signing out.
Thank you, Mr. Tinder, for all that you have done and all that you continue to do.
You have truly left a lasting legacy here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 251 of EaglEye.
We appreciate your time, and as always, thanks for watching.